So this might sound familiar to you. It's sort of the age-old tale of STEM challenges. You're getting ready to start a challenge with your class, and you just have to gather up those last materials really quickly when all of a sudden, where are the craft sticks, or the pipe cleaners, or the masking tape, or the paper clips, or what have you? You're sure you have it. Of course you have it, but you can't seem to find it anywhere. Happens to me all the time. It's very frustrating. And I also just recently came upon Marie Kondo's Tidying Up on Netflix and totally binge watched it, and realized, you know what, I could apply some of that to my STEM materials closet. So I'm about 90% of the way there, and I'm going to share with you what I've done so far. I did not get rid of many things, in all honesty, but I did like the idea of everything having a place, which is like not rocket science, but I've never been particularly good at that, making sure I put things back where they belong. So I've added some labels now. I've gotten some new storage containers, so I'm going to share those with you. And I'd love to hear what's working for you in your class or at home if you're homeschoolers. So please share your ideas in the comments below, and maybe some of the ideas I share with you today will float your boat. Who knows? So let's get started. So this set of containers I picked up at Costco. They were part of a set. If I can find the price, I'll add those in now. I just added some mailing labels. They're just like Avery return address labels. I do wish I had centered the text, but I am going to just go ahead and try to get over that because this is a huge improvement over where I was before. So I'm going to let that go. So I always keep my pipe cleaners accessible and easy to get to right up top because I use them so frequently. On my way down here, we've got sequins, feathers, felt, texture, sandpaper, things I would use for the Create Your Challenge and things like it. I sort of group those together. STEM printables like maps or targets, examples I might want to show students at some point, cardboard scraps and straws. Now I'm not really using straws so much these days, but I did already have some, so I keep those on hand in case nothing else will do. So what I'll use this for sometimes is little cardboard scraps. Can't really always be distributed evenly amongst the teams. So occasionally I'll do something where I'll have a table at the back that are reusable materials. So basically junk that ordinarily a student might not want, but when their build time is coming to an end and you say, hey, there are extra materials at the back, and you have, 1 minute to look and then 5 minutes left to build. Some of these little bits and pieces will actually end up getting taken and used well in the designs. And down here I have some folders, page protectors, and notebook paper. Now I love, love, love these little rolling carts that I got from IKEA. This is a little bit unlike me because it's sort of a luxury purchase. They were each $40. And I will say that what surprised me is that it really does spark joy to know where everything is and to have it like pretty and easy to see. So I try to put things together that sort of made sense to me. So I'll just kind of give you a peek inside each drawer. I have my magnets and my note cards and my binder clips, all things paint related. And then, although these don't really go together, pennies and clay. These are things that sort of are, I think of as adhesives in some way. So we've got paper clips, wire, rubber bands, duct tape, and some other little wire tape. And I also have zip ties. Moving on down, I've got my string, my yarn, my twine. This is my random drawer, things that don't really go along with other things, my sort of clean trash that maybe I can find something to use this for in a challenge. Ping pong balls. These are little curlers that I picked up at the Dollar Tree and I still haven't used in a challenge, but I know it's going to come one day. This is sort of a continuation on the random drawer. I've got my goggles here, bobby pins, lunch bags, and just some more random things. Mailing materials are not STEM materials. Here we've got balloons, beads, chocolate coins, my clothespins of various sizes, a few extra craft sticks, and my Q-tips. I've actually got a few things in a couple places. So I've got these cups here, coffee filters, small styrofoam bowls, marbles, toothpicks, pom-poms, and bouncy balls, foil and cotton, and sand, rocks, and some beads. I used that in the Planetopia Parcels Landforms Challenge. Now, of course, these would never be enough, but I do like how it gives me an opportunity to lay things out flat so I can actually see where everything is. I used to just use this plastic container, but the drawers are so deep, it can make it really difficult to find things. So what I did is I reserved these drawers for sort of the bulkier materials. So when I get packing materials I think I can reuse, I just save those. So these are a bunch of cardboard scraps. Here I have plastic cutlery. Same thing is true with plastic straws and plastic cutlery. I'm trying to cut back on using those things, but these are things I already had for other challenges, so I hold on to them. I also have little lunch baggies here and business cards. Just random leftover business cards can be really good for just having like a thicker card stock, things like card towers. And they come in handy in all sorts of ways, and it's just a nice way to reuse something that otherwise wouldn't get another life, you know? And then in my bottom drawer, I've got paper plates, I've got construction paper, and tissue paper here. And then up here, I actually have my cardboard tubes stored in just this cardboard box, but I decided to label it because this was one of the things that I couldn't find, and I kept knowing, I know I've been saving like paper towel tubes, where are they? So now I will not forget because it's labeled, and I like to use these Sterilite containers for distributing materials for challenges to student groups. So I've just got those stacked up and ready to go. So I do have some things left over in a second closet, and I might combine them at some point. Like I said, I'm not totally done with my little renovation, but I do have some things that are left over on these other shelves in a second closet. So I've got some extra pipe cleaners and straws. I have these bathroom cups I like to use a lot. Elbow macaroni. Food things come in handy quite a bit. Some examples, some Valentine's Day and Easter challenge materials, rice, pumpkin candies, noodles. I've got rice and beans over here. I use dry food goods because they're cheap and they come in handy. You can see here I've got some more cardboard that needs to find a home with the other pieces. This is my Crayola Model Magic. Empty coffee cans. I don't know if I'm ever going to use them, but I just have a hard time getting rid of them. These are for some summer challenges. So you can see I'm getting there, just not quite there yet. So that's it for my tour, but what are you doing with your STEM challenge materials? I'd love to hear if you guys have any recommendations for containers or what kinds of things you keep together. Whatever you're doing, please share your wisdom with us in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Bye.